Marcus Ghost Donovan sat in the corner booth of the Mile High Diner, doing what he had done every Saturday night for the past year, trying to forget. The coffee was bad, the burger mediocre, but the booth had a view of the door, the kitchen, and both exits. Old habits from Iraq. In combat, you never sat with your back exposed. At 38, Marcus looked older, the scar bisecting his left cheek, courtesy of insurgent IED Ramadi 2007, had a way of aging a man. So did the nightmares. The Hells Angels vest he wore told one story. The Purple Heart gathering dust in his apartment told another. He had joined the club after coming home from Iraq, looking for the brotherhood he had lost when his platoon scattered. Founded in Jake Roadkill Sullivan, Tank, Diesel, men who understood what Marcus could not explain to civilians. Tonight he had come here because the alternative was his empty apartment and a bottle of Jack Daniels. The diner was the lesser evil. Then he heard it. Tap. Scrape, tap, scrape. Marcus looked up from his burger. A little girl stood inside the doorway. 6 years old, thin as a wire. Her left leg was gone below the knee, the empty pant leg pinned up and swaying as she balanced on crutches too big for her arms. Her eyes swept the room like a trapped animal, looking for escape. She was not looking for her parents. She was looking for somewhere to sit. The sound of those crutches on tile. Marcus knew it. Field hospitals in Fallujah. Wounded coming in. Shrapnel injuries. IED victims. The sound of metal on tile was a sound he had hoped never to hear again. His training kicked in automatically. Assessment, physical condition, age 6, maybe 7, height approximately about 3'8", weight dangerously underweight, maybe 35 pounds. Should be 50 plus, injuries visible. Left leg amputation below knee, healed scar approximately 6 to 8 months old. Additional injuries, yellow bruising on right cheekbone, 7 to 10 days old, purple marks on upper arm, fresh. 2 to 3 days. Clothing assessment, jacket denim, oversized, torn left sleeve, dirt and mud stains. Shirt pink, ribs visible through fabric. Pants one leg pinned up, unwashed. No winter coat. Temperature outside 28 degrees. Behavioral indicators, eyes scanning room like trapped animals seeking escape. Not looking for parents, looking for somewhere to sit. Muscle tension high alert, ready to flee. Gait favoring right side, crutches improperly fitted. Marcus had seen this before. Not here, not in America, but in villages outside Baghdad, in Fallujah streets. Children damaged by war, by violence, by men who should have protected them. The little girl limped toward the first booth. A family of 5. Father with his brick phone. Mother cutting pancakes. 3 kids fighting over syrup. "Excuse me," her voice barely carried. "Can I sit with you? Just for a little while?" The mother's head snapped up. Her eyes traveled down. Tangled hair, dirty jacket, the missing leg. Her face transformed. Not pity, something worse. Disgust mixed with fear. "Brian," she hissed at her husband. He looked up, face twisting. "Sorry, sweetheart. Family time. I won't bother you," the girl said quickly. "I promise. I just need to sit down. My leg hurts, and I've been walking for—" I said no. The mother pulled her children closer, like the girl carried plague. "Go find your parents. This is not appropriate." The girl's shoulders dropped. She turned away. Tap, scrape, tap, scrape. Marcus's jaw tightened, his hand resting on the table curled into a fist. "Easy. Not your fight. Not yet." Second booth. An elderly couple. Harold and wife. Meatloaf congealing on plates. "Please." The girl stopped beside them. "Can I sit here? Just at the edge?" Harold's eyes met hers for half a second, then down to his plate, studying Meatloaf like it held secrets of the universe. "Harold," his wife whispered, "say something." Harold said nothing. "We're waiting for someone, dear," the wife finally managed. "Lie, their check already on table, cash laid out." "Okay," the girl whispered. "Thank you anyway." Tap, scrape, tap, scrape. Marcus watched Harold's hands shake. The old man knew he was failing some fundamental test, knew his wife would remember this moment, chose comfort over courage anyway. Third booth, 4 women, Sunday dresses, pearl necklaces, Bibles stacked beside iced teas, fresh from evening service. The girl approached slowly. Please, her voice cracked. I just need somewhere to sit. I've been walking so long and I'm so tired. Please, I'll be good. The women exchanged looks. One of them, hair sprayed into helmet, leaned toward others, voice loud enough to carry. Where are her parents? Why is she alone? This is what happens when people don't take responsibility. Not, are you okay? Not, do you need help? Just judgment. I'm sorry, the girl whispered. I'm sorry for bothering you. Find a shelter, another woman said. There are places for people like you. People like you. Marcus's vision went red around the edges. His right hand instinctively reached for hip, where his M1911 used to ride during patrols. No gun there now, just rage. These women, with their Bibles and pearls and judgment, would not last one day in Fallujah. One day watching children with missing limbs begging for food because their parents were blown apart by artillery. But this was not Fallujah. This was America. Denver, Colorado, 2026. Supposed to be better. The girl turned away, her crutch caught on chair leg. She stumbled, nearly went down, caught herself at last second. Pain flashed across her face. Old pain, familiar pain. She stood frozen in middle of diner. Everyone staring, nobody helping. Then her eyes found Marcus. He watched her take him in. Leather vest, Hell's Angels patches, scar-crossing face like war paint, tattoos covering arms. Death before dishonor on left forearm, eagle on right bicep. The way he sat, coiled, dangerous. He was exactly what mothers warn children about. But those mothers had already turned her away. The girl made her choice. Tap, scrape, tap, scrape. She crossed the distance between them. Each step cost something she could not afford. She stopped at his table. Please, mister, her voice broke. Can I sit here? Everyone else said no. For 3 seconds, Marcus looked at this broken child. In her eyes, he saw Fallujah, saw children begging American soldiers for food, water, safety, saw the ones they could not save, the ones who died anyway. He had failed too many children in that desert. Not this one, not here, not tonight. Marcus pushed out the chair with his boot, voice rough from disuse. Yeah, sit down. Relief flooded her face. She moved toward chair. Her leg gave out. She wobbled. Crutches clattered to floor. Marcus was out of his seat before they stopped falling. Muscle memory, combat reflexes, caught her underarm, steadied her, lowered her gently into chair. She weighed nothing, maybe 35 pounds soaking wet, like holding a ghost. He picked up the crutches, leaned them against wall, sat back down. That's when he saw the fingerprints. Adult-sized, wrapped around her small arm. And Marcus knew. This was not over. This was just beginning. Marcus flagged down the waitress. Marie appeared, late 50s, seen at all eyes. She looked at the girl, at the bruises, at the hollow cheeks. Her expression shifted. Marie. Marcus kept his voice level. Grilled cheese, fries, hot chocolate, extra whipped cream. Keep them coming. Marie glanced at the girl again, at the way her eyes tracked food on other tables like predator watching prey. Coming right up, honey, Marie said softly. She disappeared. Marcus turned back to the girl. What's your name? The girl hesitated, like the question was a trap. Lily, I'm Marcus. When's the last time you ate, Lily? She looked down at her hands, fingers bone thin, nails dirty. I don't remember. Yesterday? She shook her head. Day before? Another shake. Marcus felt ice forming in his chest. Lily. How long? 4 days, she whispered. Maybe 5. I lose count sometimes. 4 days. A 6-year-old child had not eaten in 4 days. Marcus had gone longer. Survival training, field operations. But he was trained soldier. This was a child. Why haven't you eaten? Long silence. Then, the refrigerator has a lock on it. So do the cabinets. Victor says food costs money. He says I'm too expensive already. Victor? My stepdad. Marcus's hands resting on table curled into fists. Easy. Get information first, rage later. Where's your mom, Lily? The girl's face crumpled. She died 8 months ago. Cancer. 8 months, same age as the amputation scar. And Victor's been taking care of you since? Lily nodded. The food arrived. Golden grilled cheese. Crispy fries. Hot chocolate with mountain of whipped cream. Lily stared at it like it might vanish. Go ahead, Marcus said. It's yours. She grabbed the sandwich with both hands, bit into it like she was afraid someone would take it away, because someone always had. She ate like starving animal, shoving bites in too fast, eyes darting up every few seconds to make sure Marcus was still there, making sure he was not changing his mind. Marcus had seen this before. Oh, POWs, refugee camps, children in war zones who learned hunger as permanent condition. Never in America, never in Colorado, never 6 years old. Slow down, Marcus said gently. Nobody's taking it away. There's more coming. She slowed, barely. Lily, Marcus waited until she looked up. Those bruises on your face, on your arm, did Victor do that? She flinched. Automatic response. I fell. I fall a lot because of my leg. The crutches are hard and… Lily, firmer now. I was a soldier. I know what bruises look like. I know what falls look like. And I know what fingerprints look like. He pointed to her upper arm. Purple marks. Distinct. Unmistakable. 4 fingers and thumb wrapped around small bicep. Someone grabbed you. Hard. Recently. Was it Victor? Tears spilled down her cheeks. Please don't make me go back, she whispered. Please, I'll be good. I'll be so good. I won't eat much. I'll sleep outside. Just please don't make me go back there. Marcus's chest cracked open. Hey. He kept his voice gentle. Same voice he had used with wounded soldiers, with dying men who needed comfort in final moments. Look at me. She raised her eyes, terror in every line of her face. Nobody's making you go anywhere. You hear me? You're safe here, right now. You're safe. You don't understand. He'll find me. He always finds me. And when he does, then he'll go through me first. And trust me, Lily, he doesn't want to do that. Lily stared at him, searching for lie, for trick. Why are you helping me? You don't even know me. Because you needed help and I was here. That's reason enough. But everyone else made wrong choice. That's on them, not on you. Marcus leaned forward. Lily, I need to ask you something important. About your leg. What happened? She went very still. Her voice went flat. Mechanical? Rehearsed. There was an accident. Victor was backing up his truck in the driveway. I was playing behind it. He didn't see me. That's what he told everyone. Yes, now tell me the truth. Long silence. Then, whispered. He saw me, through the mirror. I waved at him, and he kept coming. He didn't stop. Marcus's blood turned to ice. There's more, isn't there? Lily nodded, voice barely audible. I heard him on the phone when he thought I was asleep. He was laughing. He said he took out a policy, $300,000. He said I was worth more dead than alive. He said another accident and nobody would question it. Just a crippled orphan who couldn't get out of the way fast enough. Marcus stopped breathing. Say that again. He wants to kill me, Lily said. For the insurance money. He's just waiting for the right time. I heard him say it. I wasn't supposed to hear, but I did. And now he knows I know. And that's why I ran. That's why I'm here. Because if I go back, he's going to kill me. And nobody will care. Because nobody cares about crippled orphans. Marcus stared at this broken 6-year-old girl, with her tangled hair and her missing leg and her bruises that told stories no child should ever have to tell. And something shifted inside him. Something old and hard that he had kept locked away for years. It was not rage. Rage was hot and stupid and made men do things they regretted. This was colder, cleaner, more focused. This was purpose. Lily, he said quietly, I need you to listen to me very carefully. She looked up at him, tears still streaming. You're not going back to that house. Not tonight. Not ever. Do you understand? But how? I have friends, a lot of them, and when I call them, they come. No questions asked. What kind of friends? Marcus glanced at his vest, at the patches that marked him as Hell's Angels, the kind that don't let monsters hurt children, the kind that make monsters disappear. Lily's eyes went wide. Are you going to hurt him? I'm going to make sure he never hurts you again, whatever that takes. But he's an adult. He has a... Everyone believes him. The police came once and they believed him, and they left, and then he... She could not finish. The police are not my friends. My friends don't need warrants. My friends don't need evidence. My friends just need a name and an address and an address and a reason. He pulled out his phone. You gave me the reason, Lily. Now give me the address. She hesitated. He'll know I told. He won't do anything ever again. I promise you. She stared at him for a long moment, then whispered, 412 Maple Street. Marcus typed out text to Jake. Code broken wagon. Now. Bring everyone. Child abuse case. Stepdad planning murder. 412 Maple Street. This is not a drill. He hit send. What happens now, Lily asked. Now you eat your fries. They're getting cold. That's it? That's it for you. You eat. You rest. You let the grown-ups handle the rest. But, Lily, you've been carrying this alone for 8 months. You ran away on one leg in middle of winter to escape a man who wants to kill you. You've done enough. More than enough. It's time to let someone else carry the weight for a while. Her lower lip trembled. I don't know how to do that. I know, but you're going to learn. Starting right now, Marie appeared with another grilled cheese and more hot chocolate. Figured she could use seconds. She said, setting them down. Kitchen's making her some soup too. On the house, thanks, Marie. Marie looked at Marcus, then at Lily, then back at Marcus. You need anything else, you holler? And I mean anything. I will. She disappeared again. Lily picked up a fry, but she did not eat it. She just held it. Marcus. Yeah. What if your friends can't stop him? What if he gets away with it? What if nobody believes me again? My friends don't let people get away with things. And I believe you. That's enough. How do you know? How do you know it's enough? Marcus leaned back in his chair. Because I've been where you are, Lily. Not the same situation, but the same feeling. That feeling like the whole world is against you and nobody's coming to help. And you're so tired of fighting alone that you almost want to give up. Her eyes locked on his. What happened? Someone showed up when I least expected it. When I'd stopped believing anyone would. And they didn't ask what I could give them. They just helped because I needed it and they could. The men you're about to meet, my brothers. Brothers? Not by blood, by choice. That's the strongest kind. Lily looked down at table. I don't have brothers, she said quietly. I don't have anyone. You have me. She looked up sharply. You just met me. Doesn't matter. How can it not matter? You don't know anything about me. I know you're brave. I know you're strong. I know you've survived things that would break most adults. And I know you deserve better than what you've gotten. Victor says I don't deserve anything. Victor is a monster wearing a man's face. His opinion doesn't count. Her face crumpled. I don't have a best friend, she said. I don't go to school anymore. Victor pulled me out. He said it was too expensive. He said I couldn't learn anything anyway. Marcus's grip on her hand tightened. I don't care what he said. I care about what's true. And the truth is, you're smart enough to escape from a locker room and make it across town on one leg and find the one person in a crowded diner who would actually help you. That's not stupid, Lily. That's survival. Nobody's ever said anything like that to me before. Then everybody else was wrong. The bell above the diner door chimed. Jake Roadkill Sullivan walked in, 52 years old, gray beard, eyes like chips of ice, president's patch on his vest. Behind him came Tank, Diesel, Razor, Jax, Tommy. 6 men built like they had been carved from granite. Faces that had seen the wrong end of too many fights. Hands that had done things polite society pretended did not happen. They spread out through the diner without a word, taking positions, blocking exits, making the space theirs. The other customers went very quiet. The family of 5, the elderly couple, the church women, all of them shrinking back, suddenly afraid of the men they had always been taught to fear. Jake walked straight to Marcus's table. His eyes went to Lily, to the bruises on her face, to the missing leg, to the tears still wet on her cheeks. His jaw tightened. This her? Yeah. Jake crouched down to Lily's level. When he spoke, his voice was surprisingly gentle. Hey there, little one. My name's Jake. I'm a friend of Marcus's. He tells me you've been having a hard time. Lily looked at Marcus. He nodded. Yes, sir, she whispered. None of that sir stuff. Just Jake. He smiled. It transformed his whole face. You like grilled cheese? Yes, me too. Best thing on the menu here. Marcus treat you right? He's the only one who would let me sit down. Jake's eyes went cold for just a second. Is that so? He stood up, looked around the diner. At the family, the elderly couple, the church women. A lot of good Christians in here tonight. A lot of fine, upstanding citizens. Nobody met his gaze. Funny how that works. Funny how the people who talk the most about charity and kindness are usually the first to turn away a child in need. The woman with helmet hair stood up. Now see here. Sit down. She sat. Jake turned back to Marcus. Tell me everything. Marcus told him. The starvation. 4, maybe 5 days without food. The locked room, 6 by 8 feet. Window painted black. The bruises. The fingerprints. The accident that took her leg 8 months ago. The insurance policy. $300,000. The overheard phone call about planning another accident. With each detail, Jake's expression grew darker. When Marcus finished, the diner was dead silent. 412 Maple Street, Jake said. Yeah. Jake pulled out his phone. Made a call. It's me. I need everything you can find on a Victor at 412 Maple Street, Denver. Yeah, everything. Employment, finances, insurance policies, the works. Call me back in 20. He hung up. We're not waiting 20 minutes to move on this, Marcus said. No, we're not, Jake agreed. He looked at the other brothers. Tank, Diesel, you're on the house. Don't go in. Just watch. Nobody leaves. Nobody enters until we know more. The men nodded, headed for door. Razor, Jax, canvass the neighborhood. Quiet. I want to know if anyone else knows anything about this guy. They left too. Tommy, you stay here. Watch the girl. Anyone comes through that door that isn't one of us, you call me immediately. Got it. Jake crouched down to Lily's level again. Lily, I know this is scary. A lot of big strangers showing up all at once, but I need you to trust us. Can you do that? She looked at Marcus. He trusts you, she said quietly. So I trust you. Jake smiled. Smart girl. He stood, looked at Marcus. A word. They stepped away from table. Not far, just enough for privacy. This is bad, Jake said, voice low. I know. If what she's saying is true, it's true. Look at her, Jake. Look at those bruises. Look at how she eats. That kid hasn't been fed properly in months. I believe you. That's not what I mean. Jake's eyes were hard. If there's an insurance policy and a plan to kill her, this isn't just abuse. This is premeditated murder. We can't handle this the usual way. Why not? Because if we touch this guy and he ends up dead or disappeared, the first place cops look is the kid's known associates, which as of tonight is us. So we let him live? I didn't say that. Jake's smile had no warmth in it. I said we can't handle it the usual way. We need documentation, witnesses, a paper trail, something that makes sure when this piece of garbage goes down, he stays down. Legal? Since when do we care about legal? Since that little girl needs someone to take care of her after this is over. And that someone isn't going to be allowed anywhere near her if he's sitting in prison for murder. Marcus went still. What are you saying? I'm saying she needs more than revenge, Marcus. She needs a home. She needs stability. She needs someone who's going to be there for her tomorrow and next week and next year. Is that you? Marcus looked back at table. At Lily, small and broken, clutching her hot chocolate like lifeline. Yeah, he said quietly. That's me. Then we do this right. We do it clean. We make sure that monster never sees daylight again. And we make sure you're still standing when it's over to pick up the pieces. Marcus nodded slowly. Okay, what do you need? Time, information, and that little girl's trust. Jake glanced at Lily. She talked to you, she opened up. That's rare. Usually takes months to get an abused kid to share details like that. She's desperate. She's more than desperate. She saw something in you, Marcus. Something that made her feel safe enough to tell the truth. Don't waste that. I won't. The door opened. Cold air swept in. A man walked through. Tall, thin, wearing gray coat and smile that did not reach his eyes. He looked around the diner. His gaze landed on Lily. His smile widened. There you are. he said. I've been looking everywhere for you. Lily's hand went rigid in Marcus's grip. That's him, she whispered. That's Victor. Marcus did not move. Jake stepped forward, blocking Victor's path. Can I help you, Jake asked. You can get out of my way, Victor said pleasantly. I'm here to pick up my daughter. Stepdaughter, Marcus said from the booth. Get it right. Victor's eyes shifted to him. Excuse me? She's not your daughter. She's your stepdaughter. Victor's smile thinned. I don't know who you are, but this is a family matter. Lily, come here. We're going home. Lily did not move. Lily, Victor's voice hardened. Now. She's not going anywhere, Marcus said, standing up. I don't recall asking your opinion. Victor looked around the diner, at the leather vests, at the faces that had seen violence and were not afraid of more. His confidence wavered. Listen, you biker trash. Careful, Jake said softly. Choose your next words very carefully. Victor's pleasant mask cracked. I don't know what she told you, but whatever it is, it's not true. She lies. She makes up stories. She's been doing it since her mother died. So the bruises are made up? Marcus asked. What bruises? The ones on her face, on her arm. She falls. The crutches are difficult for her. She falls in a pattern that leaves adult-sized fingerprints on her arm. Victor went pale. She grabbed herself. She does that when she has tantrums. And the lock on her bedroom door? Victor's mask cracked completely. Who told you that? Lily, what did you tell them? Marcus stepped forward. Inches from Victor now. You're going to leave this diner. You're going to go back to your house. And you're going to wait. Wait for what? For the police. The real ones. The ones who are going to show up with warrants and questions and very little patience for men who hurt children. You can't. I'm done talking. Marcus grabbed Victor by the collar, shoved him toward door. Jake stepped aside just enough to let them pass. If I ever see you again, Marcus said, voice low and deadly, I won't call the police. I'll handle it myself. And trust me, Victor, you don't want me to handle it myself. He shoved Victor through door, into parking lot. Victor stumbled, caught himself, turned back. This isn't over. He spat. She's mine. Legally, you can't just... Marcus stepped back inside. The door closed. Through window, he watched Victor stand there, rage and fear battling on his face. Then Victor turned, walked to his truck. Engine started. Headlights came on. He drove away. For now. Marcus walked back to booth. Lily was crying. Tommy had hand on her shoulder. Is he gone? She asked. He's gone. Is he coming back? Marcus sat down across from her. Not for you, not ever. She stared at him with eyes too old for her face. You promise? I promise. People break promises. I don't. She looked at him for a long moment. Then she reached across table with both arms. Marcus leaned forward. She wrapped herself around his neck, held on like he was the only solid thing in the world that had been trying to drown her. Thank you. She whispered into his shoulder, thank you, thank you, thank you. Marcus closed his eyes. His arms came up around her small body. He held her gently, like she was precious, like she mattered, like she was worth protecting. Because she was all of those things and more. You're safe now, Lily, he said quietly. I've got you. And for the first time in 8 months, she believed it too. Jake's phone rang 12 minutes after Victor drove away. Talk to me. He listened. His face went hard. You're sure? How long ago? Don't move. We're coming. He hung up, looked at Marcus. We have a problem. What kind? Victor didn't go home. Tank and Diesel watched his truck pull into driveway, but he never went inside. He sat there for 2 minutes, then backed out and took off. Where? They lost him. He turned onto Route 7 heading east. Marcus's jaw tightened. He's running. Maybe. Or maybe he's getting help. What kind of help? The kind you pay for when you're desperate. Jake glanced at Lily. She was still holding onto Marcus's hand, eyes darting between them. We need to move. Now. Move where? Your place. She needs somewhere safe. And we need time to figure this out before he makes another move. Marcus looked down at Lily. You hear that? She nodded slowly. We're going to go somewhere together, you and me. Somewhere safe. Where's safe? Marcus's house sat at end of gravel road. 3 acres of Colorado pine surrounding it. Small, simple, A living room, kitchen, two bedrooms, bathroom. Nothing fancy. As Marcus carried Lily through front door, German Shepherd appeared from bedroom. Buddy, 5 years old, black and tan coat, therapy dog from VA hospital, gift from fellow veteran who understood what nightmares could do to a man. Lily tensed in Marcus's arms. He's big. Marcus set her down gently. He's gentle, trained to help people like us. Buddy approached slowly, professional, calm, sniffed Lily's hand, then sat, placed his large head against Marcus's knee. Brown eyes watching the little girl with patience. Lily reached out tentative fingers, touched soft fur. Buddy's tail thumped once against floor. He likes me? Marcus, dogs know good people. He already knows you're one of the good ones. For first time since entering the house, Lily's shoulders relaxed slightly. He carried Lily inside. She had fallen asleep in Jake's truck on ride over, exhausted from fear and full stomach. The house was clean, military neat, photos from Iraq on mantle, Marcus in desert camo with his platoon, a flag folded in case, on shelf, no locks on bedroom doors, no locks on refrigerator. He laid Lily on couch, found blanket, tucked it around her thin shoulders. She stirred. Where are we? My house. Your house now if you want it. My house? Yeah, if you want. She was quiet for a long moment. I've never had a house, she whispered. Just places I wasn't supposed to be. Marcus's throat tightened. Well, you're supposed to be here. Okay, this is your place now. Nobody's going to lock you in a room. Nobody's going to take your food. Nobody's going to hurt you. Promise? Promise. She reached out with one small hand. He took it. Will you stay? She asked. Until I fall asleep? Yeah, kid, I'll stay. You won't leave? I won't leave. She closed her eyes. Her breathing slowed. Her grip on his hand loosened but did not let go. Marcus sat there in dark, holding on to this child who had been thrown away by everyone who should have protected her. And he made silent vow. Whatever it takes, however long it takes, I'm going to give her the life she deserves. Outside, the snow kept falling. Inside, for first time in 8 months, Lily slept without fear. Marcus jolted awake at 3 a.m. to screaming. He was out of bed in seconds, moving on instinct, checking corners, scanning for threats. Then he remembered. Not Ramadi, Colorado. Home. The screaming was Lily. He found her thrashing on couch, tangled in blanket, her small fists swinging at something only she could see. No, please, I'll be good. I'll be good. Don't lock me in. I can't breathe. I can't. Lily, wake up. He grabbed her shoulders gently. She fought him, eyes still closed, still trapped in whatever nightmare had its claws in her. Don't lock me in, please. I can't breathe. I can't. Lily, her eyes flew open. For a moment, she did not recognize him. Terror filled her face. She scrambled backward on couch, pressing herself against armrest, making herself as small as possible. It's me, Marcus said, keeping voice low and steady. It's Marcus. You're safe. You're at my house, remember? She stared at him, chest heaving. Marcus? Yeah, kid, it's me. Her face crumpled. She launched herself at him and wrapping arms around his neck, sobbing into his shoulder. It was so dark. It was so dark, and I couldn't get out. And I kept banging on the door, but nobody came. Nobody ever came. Marcus held her tight. I came. I'm here now. Don't leave me. Please don't leave me. I'm not leaving. Promise. She cried for a long time. He did not try to stop her. Just held on. Eventually sobs faded. Her breathing slowed. Marcus? Yeah. I'm hungry. He almost laughed. Almost. Okay, let's get you something to eat. He carried her to kitchen, set her on chair at table. Then he opened refrigerator. It was not locked. He saw her notice, saw her eyes go wide. It's not locked, she whispered. No, it's never locked. You can open it anytime you want. Day or night. If you're hungry, you eat. That's how it works here. She stared at refrigerator like it was miracle. Marcus pulled out eggs, cheese, bread, started making scrambled eggs and toast because it was 3 a.m., and that's what you made at 3 a.m. Lily watched his every move. Marcus? Yeah? What if I eat too much? What if I use up all your food? His hands stopped moving on pan. Then I'll buy more. But what if you can't afford it? What if... Lily. He turned to face her. I'm never going to run out of food. And even if I did, I'd figure it out. You eating is not a problem. You not eating is a problem. Understand? She nodded slowly. He finished eggs, put them on plate with 2 pieces of buttered toast, set it in front of her. Go ahead. It's yours. She ate slowly this time, savoring each bite. Marcus? Yeah. Those bruises, the locked room, the accident with my leg. Victor did all of it, didn't he? Marcus sat down across from her. Yeah, kid, he did. And you believe me? I believe you. Why? Nobody else did. Because I've seen evil before Lily. I've seen what men are capable of when they think nobody's watching. And I know the difference between a lie and the truth. She was quiet for a moment. Then, what if he comes back? Then he'll have to go through me. What if he hurts you? Marcus almost smiled. I've been through worse than Victor. Trust me. What happened to you, the scar on your face? Iraq, 2007. Insurgent through IED. I got lucky. That's lucky. I'm still here, aren't I? Lily thought about that. I got hit by Victor's truck, lost my leg. I'm still here too. Yeah, you are. And you're going to stay here. Safe, fed, protected. Promise? Promise. Oh, Lily fell asleep at kitchen table. Fork still in hand, Marcus carried her back to couch, tucked her in again. His phone buzzed. Text from Jake. We need to talk. Found something. It's worse than we thought. Marcus typed back. Tomorrow, let her sleep tonight. Jake's response came quick. Tomorrow then. 9 a.m., my place. Marcus put phone down, looked at Lily sleeping peacefully for first time in months. Tomorrow would bring new challenges, new threats, new battles, but tonight she was safe. And that was enough. Morning light streamed through uncovered windows when Lily woke. She blinked, disoriented, soft couch beneath her, warm blanket, light everywhere. Not the storage room, not the darkness. She sat up, heart pounding. Marcus? Kitchen, his voice called back. She found him at the stove, flipping pancakes. He wore jeans and plain black t-shirt. No vest this morning. The scar on his face caught the morning light. You're still here, she said. I promised, didn't I? She nodded, watched him cook. Do you like chocolate chips in them? Marcus looked at her. In the pancakes? Yeah, I've never tried it, but we can. You want to help? First genuine smile, small, fragile, but real. Okay, Marcus established routine, structure, discipline, things he understood from military. 7 a.m., wake up. Lily still had nightmares, but fewer each night. 7:30 a.m., breakfast, pancakes, eggs, bacon. Lily could not believe she could eat whenever she wanted. 9 a.m., while Marcus worked construction job part-time, Tommy's wife Linda watched Lily, played games, read books, gave her baths. 3 p.m., Marcus home. They would cook dinner together. 8 p.m., bedtime. Marcus read to her. Charlotte's Web, Where the Red Fern Grows, books he had read as kid. On third night, Lily asked, Can you leave the light on? Yeah, kid, I can do that. On fifth night, she did not have nightmares. On seventh night, she fell asleep holding his hand. Buddy the German Shepherd had become Lily's constant companion. The therapy dog followed her everywhere, sensing when she needed comfort. He's my friend, Lily told Marcus one night. Yeah, he is. Dr. Margaret Foster came for first home visit on day 4. She walked through house with clipboard, checking everything, kitchen stocked with kid-friendly food, no alcohol visible, living room clean, books for children, safe, bathroom child safe locks on cabinets with cleaning supplies. Lily's room, Marcus had converted his office, twin bed with new sheets, stuffed animals, window with curtains, not painted black. No locks on bedroom doors, Dr. Foster noted. No locks, Marcus confirmed. She can come and go as she pleases. Dr. Foster spoke with Lily privately. Are you happy here, Lily? Yes. Does Marcus treat you well? He doesn't yell. He doesn't hit. He lets me eat whenever I want. And Buddy likes me. Who's Buddy? Marcus's dog. He's my friend. Dr. Foster smiled. Do you want to stay here? Yes. Can I? We're working on it, sweetie. To Marcus, you're doing well. But there are requirements. Parenting classes start Monday. You'll need to attend every session. I will. And Mr. Donovan, stay out of trouble. One more incident with Victor. I understand. Want to help make dinner? Marcus asked on day 6. Lily hesitated. Victor said I'm clumsy. He said I break things. Victor was wrong about a lot of things. They made spaghetti together. Lily dropped spoon. It clattered the floor. She froze, terrified. Marcus picked it up. It's okay. Accidents happen. Victor would hit me. Marcus knelt down to her level. I will never hit you. Ever. You hear me? Dropping a spoon isn't bad. It's normal. You're learning. That's what kids do. Tears in her eyes. Promise? Promise. On day 7, Lily was coloring at table. Marcus? Yeah? Long pause. Then, can I call you Dad? Not now, but maybe someday? Marcus's chest tightened. He sat down beside him. You can call me whatever you want, Lily, whenever you're ready. Okay, I'm not ready yet, but maybe soon. That's okay, kid, I'm not going anywhere. Providence Hospital, downtown Denver. Marcus went alone. Jake's advice, less intimidating without full club. He found Dr. Rebecca Morrison in social work department, early 40s, auburn hair pulled back, kind eyes that had seen too much suffering, Scottish descent. Her grandfather had immigrated to Colorado in 1950s to work mines. Dr. Morrison, my name is Marcus Donovan. I need to talk to you about Claire Hayes. Rebecca's coffee cup slipped from hand. Shattered on floor. Brown liquid splashed across tile. How do you know that name? Her daughter told me. Lily. She's with me now. Rebecca's hand went to mouth. Lily? Is she okay? I've been trying to find her for months. After Claire died, Victor shut everyone out. He moved her out of school, changed his number. I went to house 3 times. He threatened to call police. She's safe. She's with me. They sat in the empty conference room. Rebecca told her story. Claire and I grew up together in Boulder. Best friends since kindergarten. When she married Victor, I was happy for her. He seemed stable, kind, good provider. 6 months into marriage, everything changed. Claire called me crying. She had bruises she tried to hide with makeup. I saw them anyway. Rebecca's voice shook. I asked her what happened. She said she fell. But I'm social worker. I know difference between falling and being pushed. What did you do? I went to her house when Victor was at work. Claire showed me bags she had packed, hidden under bed. She was planning to leave. She was terrified. 2 days later, she fell downstairs. Victor called ambulance. Claire was in hospital for a week. Broken ribs, concussion, internal bruising. Did you file report? Yes. With CPS, I documented everything. Bruises, Claire's fear, her plan to leave. Suspicious fall. I begged them to investigate. What happened? Rebecca's face darkened. Case was assigned to Jeffrey Porter. He told me investigation was closed. He said Claire recanted. Said she made it all up. Did she? No, I spoke to her day before Porter claimed she recanted. She was more terrified than ever. She said Victor had started making her tea every night. Strange tasting tea. Metallic. Marcus's blood ran cold. The tea, Marcus said. Lily mentioned it too. Victor made Claire tea every night. Rebecca nodded. Claire said it tasted wrong. But Victor insisted it would help her sleep. She didn't want to drink it, but he got angry when she refused. And then she got sick. Yes, sudden, aggressive, hair falling out, nausea, organ failure. Doctors diagnosed stage 4 cancer, but it happened so fast. I'm not doctor, but I've seen cancer cases. This was different. Did Claire say anything else? About Victor? About what he was buying? Rebecca closed eyes, remembering. Yes, week before she fell, she found receipt, some chemical. She didn't know what it was for. Something, thallium? I didn't know what that meant at the time. Thallium sulfate, Marcus said. It's poison, odorless, tasteless, causes symptoms that look exactly like cancer. Rebecca's face went white. Oh my God, he didn't just abuse her. He murdered her. Yes, and he tried to make it look natural, but why? Why would he? Rebecca stopped. Understanding dawned. Money, insurance. Claire had life insurance policy. It paid out after she died. Now Victor has one on Lily, $300,000. He's planning to kill her too. I need you to testify, Marcus said. About report you filed. About what Claire told you. About Porter burying case, all of it. Rebecca's hands shook. If I do this, I could lose my job. If I accuse CPS caseworker of covering up abuse. If you don't, Victor walks, and next kid won't be as lucky as Lily. Long silence. When do you need me? Court date is in 10 days. A DA, Rachel Thompson, is handling prosecution. Rebecca nodded slowly. Okay, I'll be there. I owe it to Claire. And to Lily. Thank you. Rebecca looked at him. Marcus, take care of her. Lily, she deserves better than what she got. I know. That's what I'm trying to give her. As Marcus was leaving, Rebecca called out, Marcus, there's something else. He turned back. Jeffrey Porter, the caseworker who buried my report. He's not working alone. Someone higher up protected him. Someone with power. Be careful. I will. And Marcus? Victor knows people too. He's been at Western Life for 10 years. He has connections. This won't be easy. Nothing worth doing ever is. Downtown Denver, District Attorney's Office. Marcus entered cramped rooms stacked with case files. ADA Rachel Thompson stood when he entered. 35. Sharp-eyed, exhausted. Blonde hair pulled back in severe bun. English descent. Third-generation lawyer in her family. She had been fighting cases like this for 10 years. Mr. Donovan, sit. Marcus sat. Thompson slid document across desk. Motion to dismiss filed this morning by Jonathan Hartley. You know who he is? No, high-powered defense attorney, works for Denver's top law firm, charges $500 an hour. Victor Hayes doesn't have that kind of money. Someone's bankrolling him. Someone with deep pockets, invested interest in keeping Victor quiet. Thompson leaned back. Western Life Insurance, Victor's employer. They're protecting themselves. Thompson opened motion. Read aloud. Hartley argues. 1. Evidence obtained illegally. Claims you broke into Victor's house without warrant. I didn't break in. The police? I know, but perception matters. 2. You assaulted Victor at diner. Multiple witnesses confirm you shoved him. I was protecting Lily. Law doesn't care about your intentions. 3. Primary witness is 6-year-old traumatized child who's been living with you for 2 weeks. Hartley's going to argue she's been coached. Marcus's jaw tightened. She hasn't. I believe you, but I have to prove it in court. And 4, Thompson's expression darkened. Hartley's claiming you have vendetta, that you're violent criminal with savior complex, that you manufactured this whole thing. That's insane, is it? Look at optics, Mr. Donovan. Hell's Angel with criminal records suddenly takes in disabled child, confronts her stepfather, orchestrates investigation. From Hartley's perspective, this looks like setup. Thompson leaned forward. Here's problem. Victor's preliminary hearing is in 8 days. If we don't have solid, unimpeachable evidence by then, evidence that can't be challenged, he could get bail. Bail for attempted murder? His lawyer will argue it's all circumstantial. No direct evidence of murder plot. Just child's word against upstanding citizen with no prior record. He poisoned his wife. He ran over his stepdaughter with truck. Prove it. Prove it in way that holds up in court. Marcus forced himself to stay calm. What do we need? 3 things. Medical evidence, proof Claire was poisoned, multiple witnesses, not just Lily's testimony. And paper trail, insurance documents, financial motive. Pattern of behavior. Claire was cremated, Marcus said. No body to exhume. Hospital might have blood samples. Cancer patients. Standard protocol is to store samples for research. Potential second opinions. If there's thallium in her system, it'll still show. Can you get them? I'll need warrant, and judge willing to sign off on exhuming medical records from closed case. How long? 48 hours if I'm lucky. Marcus nodded. Dr. Rebecca Morrison will testify. About domestic violence report. About Porter burying it. Good. That establishes pattern. What else? Neighbors. 2 are willing to talk. They called CPS multiple times. Nothing happened. Also good. Shows systemic failure. Thompson made notes. Anything else? Victor's financials, gambling debts, mortgage arrears, maxed credit cards. He needs that insurance money. I'll subpoena records. Thompson looked up. Mr. Donovan? Marcus. I need you to understand something. This case is going to get ugly. Hartley's going to attack your character, your background, your fitness as guardian. Can you handle that? I can handle anything as long as Lily's safe. Good, because we're about to go to war. Marcus's phone buzzed as he left DA's office. Text from Jake. Jeffrey Porter arrested this morning. FBI, conspiracy and obstruction charges. It's happening. Judge Morrison signed warrant based on Rebecca's testimony and Victor's financial records. Police plus Marcus plus Jake arrived at 412 Maple Street. Victor in custody, house empty. Detective Walsh, 50s, grizzled veteran of Denver PD, led search team. We need Lily to identify room, Walsh said. Confirm her testimony. Marcus shook his head. No, she doesn't need to see that place again. Dr. Foster intervened. Marcus, I know it's hard, but legally we need her confirmation. It'll strengthen case. Marcus knelt to Lily. You don't have to do this. Lily, voice small but determined, I want to. I want them to see what he did. Yellow siding, white shutters, hanging flower baskets dead from winter cold. Looked like every other house on Maple Street. That's what made it worse. Lily in truck, pressed against window, staring at house, shaking, entire body trembling. Marcus opened door. Lily, you're safe. I'm right here, Lily whispered. I can't go in there. Marcus scooped her up. Yes, you can, and I'm going with you every single step. Buddy the German Shepherd at their side. Dr. Foster had suggested bringing therapy dog. Inside house was spotless, clean, perfect. Fresh vacuum lines on carpet. Dishes put away, not speck of dust. Lily whispered, he keeps it perfect, in case anyone comes. Appearances matter. Kitchen, refrigerator, heavy padlock on handle. Detective Walsh photographed it. Lily's voice quiet. That's where he kept food. I couldn't reach it even if it wasn't locked. Cabinets, all padlocked. Lily. Sometimes I could smell food cooking, but I couldn't have any. End of hallway, different door, heavier wood, thicker, deadbolt on outside at adult height. Lily stopped, could not move, frozen. Marcus held her tighter. I've got you. Jake slid deadbolt back. Sound obscenely loud in quiet house. Push door open, room 6 feet by 8 feet, window painted black, not drop of light, thin mattress on floor. Stained, no sheets, no blankets. Cardboard box with few pieces of clothing. Too small. Worn through. Smell stale. Musty. Suffocating. Detective Walsh took photos. Hands shaking. One veteran cop turned away. Wiped eyes. Lily buried face in Marcus's shoulder. Sobbing. I slept here every night. He locked me in after dinner. Sometimes he forgot to let me out. Longest was 3 days. Marcus's voice rough. What did you do? Lily, voice breaking. I had to use corner for bathroom stuff. He was really angry when he found out. He said I was disgusting. He said I was animal. Jake examining walls, noticed loose panel near floor. Pulled it back. Hidden space, inside. Notebook, pink cover, worn edges. Opened it. Claire's handwriting. Read aloud, voice shaking. January 15. Victor is different now, angrier, controlling. February 3. I found bruises I don't remember getting. Did he? March 20. I'm leaving. I have to. Rebecca said she'd help. April 2. The tea tastes strange. Metallic. I told him I didn't want it. He got so angry. April 5. Hair falling out. Nauseous all the time. Doctors don't know what's wrong. April 10. I think he's poisoning me. God help me, I think Victor is killing me. Last entry, April 12. If something happens to me, protect Lily. Please, someone protect my baby girl. Dead silence in room. Lily. That's Mom's handwriting. Marcus. Voice rough. She was trying to warn people. She was trying to save you. Lily sobbed, but nobody listened. Nobody came. Marcus held her tighter. I'm here now, and I'm not letting you go. Detective Walsh. This is enough. This is more than enough. Victor Hayes isn't getting out. As they left house, Marcus saw elderly neighbor, Mrs. Patterson from 414. standing on her porch, tears streaming down her face. I should have done more. She called out. I called CPS 4 times. They never came. I took pictures. I documented everything, but I should have done more. Marcus, you did what you could. Now we need you to testify. Mrs. Patterson nodded. I'll be there. That little girl deserves justice. ADA Rachel Thompson sat with Lily, gentle but firm. Lily, you're going to have to tell your story in front of a lot of people, including Victor. Lily went pale. He'll be there? Thompson, yes, but he can't touch you. I promise there will be guards, and Marcus will be right there. Practice testimony. Thompson, tell me what happened day of accident. Lily, mechanical. I was playing in the driveway. Victor was in his truck. He backed up. I couldn't move fast enough. Thompson, that's what you've been taught to say. Now tell me truth, Lily. Tears forming. He saw me through mirror. I waved at him. He looked right at me, and he kept coming. He didn't stop. He didn't even slow down. Marcus watched from corner, chest tight, fists clenched. This little girl having to relive trauma over and over. Thompson, you're doing great, Lily. So brave. Marcus took Lily to Denver Town Center Mall. You need something nice for court. What's your favorite color? Lily, purple. They found purple dress with white collar at Macy's. Lily tried it on, looked in mirror, barely recognized herself. Healthy color in cheeks. Marcus had been feeding her well for 3 weeks. Hair brushed, shiny, braided by Linda. Lily, I look normal. Marcus, you look beautiful. Saleswoman, elderly, kind. Is this for special occasion? Marcus hesitated. Lily, I'm going to court to make sure bad man stays in jail. Saleswoman, softly. Then you're very brave, sweetheart. She rang up dress, then pulled out small silver necklace from behind counter. This was my daughter's. She passed away 5 years ago. I think she'd want you to have it. It's small cross on silver chain. Lily's eyes filled with tears. I can't. You can, and you will. For luck. Jake arrived at Marcus's house Wednesday evening. Urgent. We found something. Big. Pulled out documents. Victor's employment records from Western Life Insurance. Jake. Victor wasn't just claims adjuster. He was part of fraud investigation team. He helped flag suspicious claims. Marcus. So? Jake. So he knows exactly how to file clean fraudulent claims. And look at this. Document showed. Western Life had paid out $75,000 in legal fees to Jonathan Hartley's firm in past month. Marcus. Insurance company is paying for Victor's defense? Jake. They're protecting themselves. If Victor goes down for fraud, Western Life gets implicated. We pulled records. Victor approved 3 suspicious death claims in past 2 years. All of them paid out. All of them now look questionable. Marcus, this is bigger than just Lily. Jake, way bigger. Thompson needs to know this. It's not just murder. It's organized insurance fraud. One evening, Lily at kitchen table, doing homework Linda had given her. Dad? Marcus. Still got chills every time she called him that. Yeah. Long pause. Then, can I change my last name? To Donovan? Marcus stopped washing dishes. You want my last name? Lily, you're my dad. I want same name as you. I want to be Lily Donovan. Marcus knelt beside her. Are you sure? Hayes is your mom's name too. You don't have to. Lily, Mom would understand. She'd want me to be happy, and I'm happy being your daughter. Marcus's throat tightened. Lily Donovan. I like sound of that. Lily grinned. Me too. Lily could not sleep night before court. Marcus found her at 2 a.m. sitting by window, looking at stars. Marcus, what are you thinking about? Lily, Mom, I wonder if she can see me, if she knows I'm okay now. Marcus sat beside her. I think she does, and I think she's proud of you. Lily, for what? Marcus, for being brave, for surviving, for finding me. Lily leaned against him. I'm scared about tomorrow. Marcus, me too, kiddo. Lily, really? You're never scared. Marcus, I'm terrified, but I'll be right there with you every single second. Pause. Lily, Marcus? Marcus, yeah. Lily, whisper. Can I call you Dad now? Not tomorrow, but now? Marcus's throat tightened. Yeah, kid, you can call me Dad. Lily smiled through tears. Okay, Dad. First time she had said it, and Marcus knew. No matter what happened in court tomorrow, he had already won only thing that mattered. Outside, winter wind howled through pines. Inside, father and daughter sat together, watching stars, waiting for dawn. Tomorrow would bring judge and jury, lawyers and testimony, truth and lies. But tonight they had each other, and that was enough. Denver County Courthouse stood like monument to justice in morning light. Marcus and Lily arrived at 8:30 a.m. Lily in purple dress, hair braided, silver cross necklace from saleswoman. She gripped Marcus's hand so tight it hurt. Hell's Angels filled courthouse hallway. Jake, Tank, Diesel, Razor, Jax, Tommy, plus 15 others from Denver and Colorado Springs chapters, all in leather vests, respectful, silent. Security guards nervous but did not interfere. Jake had called ahead, explained situation. Lily looked at them. They all came? Marcus, their family. Family shows up. News crews outside. Channel 7, Channel 9, Denver Post reporter. This case had blown up. Social media hashtag justice for Lily trending in Colorado. Inside courtroom, Judge Rebecca Torres, 55. Steel gray hair, sharp eyes that had seen every lie ever told. Prosecution table, ADA Rachel Thompson, Dr. Rebecca Morrison, Mrs. Patterson from next door, Mr. Reeves from 4008 Maple Street. Defense table, Victor in clean-shaven face, navy suit, fake concerned expression, Jonathan Hartley beside him, designer gray suit, $500 haircut. Victor's eyes found Lily. He smiled, cold, threatening, possessive. Lily whimpered, pressed closer to Marcus. Marcus, loud enough for Victor to hear. Don't look at him, he can't touch you. Not anymore. Hartley stood, confident swagger. Your Honor, my client has been victim of coordinated campaign of harassment and character assassination. So-called evidence in this case was obtained through questionable means by individuals with criminal backgrounds. He pointed at Marcus. This man, Marcus Donovan, is member of Hell's Angels Motorcycle Club, organization with documented criminal ties. He physically assaulted my client at public diner. Multiple witnesses will testify. Furthermore, primary witness is 6-year-old traumatized child who has been living with her alleged abuser's attacker for 3 weeks. How can we trust her testimony hasn't been coached? How can we believe anything she says when she's been under influence of man with clear bias and criminal history? Courtroom murmured. Lily's hand trembled in Marcus's. My client is grieving widower who lost his wife to cancer 8 months ago. He's been doing his best to care for special needs child with behavioral issues, child who requires round-the-clock supervision, child who has made false accusations in past. We ask that all charges be dismissed and that Mr. Donovan be investigated for kidnapping, witness tampering, and assault. A. Rachel Thompson stood slowly, deliberately. Your Honor, I'd like to respond with evidence that came to light this morning. Hartley's smile flickered. Thompson held up document. These are toxicology results from blood samples taken from Claire Hayes 8 months ago during her hospitalization at Providence Hospital. She slid copy to judge. Another to Hartley. Analysis reveals lethal levels of thallium sulfate in Mrs. Hayes' blood. Courtroom erupted. Thompson continued over noise. Thallium is heavy metal poison that mimics cancer symptoms. Hair loss, nausea, organ failure. Mrs. Hayes didn't die of cancer. Your Honor, she was murdered by her husband, Victor Hayes, who slowly poisoned her over a period of 3 months. Torres banged gavel. Order. I will have order. Noise subsided, Hartley on his feet. Objection. This is outrageous. This evidence, Thompson, was obtained legally with warrant signed by Judge Morrison 2 days ago. Hospital stored samples as standard protocol for potential research and second opinions. Torres examined document for a long moment. I'll allow it. Continue, Ms. Thompson. Thompson turned to courtroom. Furthermore, we have evidence that Victor Hayes was bankrolled by Western Life Insurance Company, his employer, who paid $75,000 to Mr. Hartley's firm to protect themselves from fraud investigation. She slid financial documents to judge. Victor Hayes approved 3 suspicious death claims in past 2 years while working at Western Life. All 3 paid out. All 3 are now under federal investigation. This isn't just murder, Your Honor. This is organized insurance fraud involving major corporation. Dr. Rebecca Morrison took stand, sworn in. Thompson. Dr. Morrison, how did you know Claire Hayes? Rebecca. We grew up together in Boulder. Best friends since kindergarten. John. Thompson. Did Claire ever express fear of her husband? Rebecca. Yes. 6 months before she died, she called me crying. She showed me bruises. She was planning to leave him. Thompson. What happened? Rebecca. 2 days later, she fell downstairs, or that's what Victor claimed, but I saw injuries. They weren't consistent with fall. Thompson. Did you file report? Rebecca. Yes. With Child Protective Services, I documented everything. Bruises, Claire's fear, her plan to leave, suspicious injuries, strange tasting tea Victor was making her drink. Thompson. What happened to that report? Rebecca. It was assigned to caseworker named Jeffrey Porter. He told me investigation was closed. Said Claire recanted. Thompson. Had she? Rebecca. No. I spoke to her day before Porter claimed she recanted. She was more terrified than ever. She told me she thought Victor was poisoning her. Thompson. What happened to Jeffrey Porter? Rebecca. He was arrested last week by FBI on federal charges of obstruction of justice and conspiracy to commit fraud. Jury looked at Victor with disgust. Detective Walsh described search of 412 Maple Street, padlocked refrigerator, padlocked cabinets, 6x8 room with deadbolt on outside, window painted black, thin mattress on floor, no bedding, evidence of long-term confinement. He showed photographs to jury. Several jurors looked away, disturbed. One woman wiped tears. Walsh held up Claire's diary. We found this hidden behind wall panel in storage room where Lily was kept. Claire Hayes documented everything. Abuse, poisoning symptoms, her suspicion that Victor was killing her. He read final entry aloud. If something happens to me, protect Lily. Please, someone protect my baby girl. Dead silence in courtroom. Walsh. Claire Hayes tried to protect her daughter from beyond grave. System failed her. We're not failing Lily. Torres. Court will take 15-minute recess before we hear from child witness. Marcus to Lily. You ready? Lily. Terrified but determined. I have to be. For Mom. Bailiff. Do you swear to tell truth, whole truth, and nothing but truth? Lily. Voice small but clear. I do. Lily sat in the witness chair. Too big for her. Feet did not touch ground. She saw Victor at defense table. He was staring, smiling that cold smile. Lily looked away, found Marcus in gallery. He nodded. You've got this. Thompson approached gently, knelt to Lily's eye level. Lily, I know this is scary. Just tell us what happened, okay? Lily nodded. Thompson, how did Victor treat you after your mom died? Lily, he was mean. He hit me. He locked me in room. He didn't let me eat. Thompson, how long did this go on? Lily, 8 months, since Mom died in April. Thompson, tell us about room where Victor kept you. Lily, voice shaking. It was small, 6 by 8 feet. There was window, but he painted it black so I couldn't see outside. I couldn't see anything. It was always dark. Thompson, where was lock? Lily, on outside. He locked me in at night. Sometimes during day too. Sometimes he forgot about me for days. Thompson, what did you do when he forgot about you? Lily, tears forming. I banged on door, but nobody came. And I got so hungry, and I had to. I had to use corner for bathroom because there was nowhere else. Several jurors wiped eyes. Thompson, Lily, do you remember accident that injured your leg? Lily went very still. Thompson, take your time, sweetheart. Long pause. Lily, whispering. I was playing in driveway, drawing with chalk. I heard truck start. I looked up and saw Victor in driver's seat. Thompson, what happened next? Lily, I waved at him. I smiled, because I thought maybe he'd play with me. He never played with me, but maybe. Voice broke. Thompson, what did Victor do? Lily, louder now, angry tears. He looked right at me. Through mirror. He saw me, and he kept coming. He didn't stop. He didn't slow down. Truck hit me, and I couldn't feel my leg anymore, and there was so much blood. She broke down, sobbing. Torres, do we need recess? Lily, wiping eyes. Number one, I want to finish. I want everyone to know what he did. Thompson, you're very brave, Lily. Just few more questions. Did you ever hear Victor talking about insurance? Lily, yes. One night I was supposed to be asleep in dark room, but I heard him on phone. He was in kitchen. I could hear through door. Thompson, what did he say? Lily, he was laughing. He said he took out policy, $300,000. He said I was worth more dead than alive. He said he just needed to wait for right time. Make it look like another accident. Gasps from gallery. Thompson, did Victor know you heard this? Lily, I don't think so. Not at first, but later. Later, he looked at me different, like he knew. And that's when I got really scared. That's when I knew I had to run. Thompson, so you ran away? Lily, yes. I waited until he went to store. I took my crutches and I left. I walked for 3 hours. My leg hurt so bad. But I kept going because I knew if I stayed, he would kill me. Thompson, no further questions, Your Honor. Hartley approached carefully, trying to look sympathetic. Lily, you've been living with Mr. Donovan for 3 weeks now, correct? Lily, yes, sir. Hartley, and he's been very nice to you, hasn't he? Lily, he's been kind. He doesn't hurt me. Hartley, has Mr. Donovan told you what to say today? Lily, firm, angry, no. He told me to tell the truth, and that's what I'm doing. Hartley, but you like Mr. Donovan very much. You want to stay with him. So maybe you're exaggerating about Victor to make sure. Lily stood up in witness chair, voice loud and clear. He locked me in dark room. He ran over me with his truck. He wanted to kill me for money. I'm not making anything up. Courtroom erupted in applause. Torres banged gavel, but she was smiling slightly. Hartley backed off. No further questions, Your Honor. As Lily stepped down, she turned to face Victor directly for first time. Victor was staring at her, hatred clear on his face. Lily did not flinch. You killed my mom, she said, voice steady. And you tried to kill me, but I'm still here, and you're going to jail forever. Victor jumped up. You little... Bailiffs grabbed him, forced him back into seat. Victor screaming. This is wrong. She's lying. That crippled little brat is lying about everything. I never... Torres, remove defendant, now. Bailiffs dragged Victor out, still screaming threats. His voice echoed down hallway. This isn't over. I'll get out. I'll find you both. Lily ran to Marcus. He caught her, held her tight. You were so brave. So brave. Lily buried face in his shoulder. Is it really over, Dad? Marcus, voice thick. Yeah, kid, it's really over. Jury deliberation, 3 hours. Marcus paced courthouse hallway. Jake, calm down. We won. Marcus, it's not over till it's over. Lily sat with Dr. Foster, coloring in coloring book, trying to distract herself. Hell's Angels lined hallway. Silent guardians. 4 p.m., jury returned. Everyone filed back into courtroom. Victor brought back in. Hands cuffed now, 2 guards on either side. Foreman stood. Elderly man, grandfather of 6, Torres. Has jury reached verdict? Foreman. We have your honor. On charge of first-degree murder in death of Claire Hayes. Guilty. On charge of attempted murder of Lily Hayes. Guilty. On charge of child abuse and endangerment. Guilty. On charge of insurance fraud. Guilty. Courtroom erupted in cheers. Hell's Angels on their feet. Clapping. News cameras recording everything. Lily's face, relief, disbelief, joy mixed with tears. She looked at Marcus. He's going to jail? Marcus, forever kid. Forever. Torres banged gavel, waited for silence, looked at Victor with undisguised disgust. Mr. Hayes, in my 30 years on bench, I have never seen evil quite like yours. You murdered your wife through slow poisoning. You deliberately ran over your 6-year-old stepdaughter with truck, amputating her leg. You locked her in windowless room for 8 months, starving her, abusing her, planning to murder her for insurance money. Victor tried to interrupt. Torres silenced him with look. You are sentenced to life in prison without possibility of parole on first-degree murder charge. plus additional 25 years for attempted murder to run consecutively, plus 10 years for child abuse, plus 5 years for fraud. You will die in prison, Mr. Boyce, and I hope every single day of your remaining life is filled with same fear and darkness you inflicted on that little girl. Victor screamed, "This isn't fair. This isn't justice. That little... I'll appeal. I'll get out. And when I do, Torres, and for contempt of court additional year." Bailiffs removed this man from my courtroom. As they dragged Victor away, he was still screaming. Lily did not watch. She was hugging Marcus, crying into his shoulder. Torres continued, "Furthermore, this case has exposed catastrophic failures in our child protective services system. Claire Hayes filed for help. Neighbors called repeatedly. Dr. Morrison filed detailed reports, and system failed them at every turn. Jeffrey Porter has been arrested and will face federal charges. But he's not only one. I am ordering comprehensive review of CPS protocols in Denver County. I am demanding resignation of CPS Director Michael Sullivan for gross negligence. And I am establishing special task force to review every case Porter handled in past 5 years. Claire Hayes and Lily Hayes deserve better. Every child in this county deserves better." That ends today. Standing ovation in courtroom. Torres. Finally, as for matter of permanent guardianship of Lily Hayes, Marcus held his breath. Torres. "Mr. Donovan, I've reviewed your application. You have criminal record. You're member of motorcycle club that law enforcement has concerns about." Marcus's heart sank. Torres. "But you're also man who saved this child when everyone else turned away. You're man who fought for her when system failed. You're man who showed her what family really means." She looked at Lily. "Sweetie, do you want to live with Mr. Donovan?" Lily, standing up, voice loud and clear. "Yes, he's my dad. He's the only person who ever treated me like I mattered. I love him, and I want to stay with him forever." Torres smiled, genuine, warm. "Given exceptional circumstances of this case, I am granting permanent legal guardianship of Lily Hayes to Marcus Donovan, effective immediately. Mr. Donovan, congratulations. You're officially father." Courtroom erupted again. Marcus could not speak, could not breathe. Lily threw arms around his neck. "I get to stay. I get to stay with you." Marcus, voice cracking. "Yeah, kid. For as long as we both live, that's my promise." As they left courthouse, reporters swarmed. "Mr. Donovan, how do you feel?" Marcus carrying Lily. "I feel like luckiest man alive." "Reporter, what's next for you two?" Lily answered. "We're going home." 2-hour home. Chapter 13, New Life. 3 months passed like water through fingers. Spring came to Colorado. Snow melted, trees budded, world turned green again. Dr. Sarah Mitchell's office. Weekly therapy sessions. Lily in comfortable chair, coloring while talking. Dr. Mitchell. "How are nightmares, Lily?" Lily. "Better. I only had one this week, and Dad was there. He always comes when I have nightmares." Dr. Mitchell. "That's wonderful progress. What about during day? How do you feel?" Lily. "Happy. I feel happy. Is that okay?" Dr. Mitchell. "Of course it's okay. Why wouldn't it be?" Lily. "Because of Mom. Because of everything that happened. Should I feel guilty for being happy?" Dr. Mitchell. "Your mom would want you to be happy, Lily. Being happy doesn't mean forgetting her. It means honoring love she had for you." Lily thought about that. "Dad says same thing." Dr. Mitchell smiled. "Your dad is smart man. Riverside Elementary. First grade. Mrs. Anderson's class. First day." Marcus walked Lily to classroom door, Lily nervous. "What if they don't like me? What if they make fun of my leg?" Marcus knelt. "Then they're not worth your time. You're brave, smart, and kind. Anyone who doesn't see that is missing out." 2 weeks later, Lily had friends, Emma Johnson and Sophia Williams. They thought Lily's prosthetic leg, purple to match her favorite color, was totally cool. Invited her to birthday parties. Played together at recess. Lily smiling more, laughing more. Coming home with stories about school, about friends, about normal kid things. Marcus would listen to every word. Heart full. Hell's Angels charity ride raised $22,000 for custom prosthetic. Riders from 3 states participated. Local news covered it. Bikers rally for 6-year-old abuse survivor. Prosthetist Dr. James Peterson from Colorado Springs fitted Lily with state-of-art prosthetic. Purple carbon fiber. Custom designed for growing child. Lily took first steps. Wobbled. Marcus caught her. "I got you, kid." She tried again. Walked across room, fell into Marcus's arms, crying happy tears. "I can walk. Dad, I can really walk." "Marcus, you could always walk, kiddo. Now you just have more options." Lily practiced with her new prosthetic every day. Within 2 weeks, she was running. Within months, she was playing soccer with Emma and Sophia. Lily practiced with her new prosthetic every day. Within 2 weeks, she was running. Within months, she was playing soccer with Emma and Sophia. Her official documents now read Lily Donovan. Judge Torres had approved the name change personally months ago with a note that read, "With great pleasure." The name suited her, a fresh start, a new identity, not erasing the past but embracing the future. July came hot and bright, Lily's 7th birthday, Marcus's house, backyard decorated with purple everything. Purple balloons, purple streamers, purple tablecloths. Hell's Angels arrived early, helping set up. Jake carried massive 3-tier purple cake. Linda had baked it. Tank set up bouncy house, borrowed from his niece. Diesel handled grill, burgers, hot dogs, kid-friendly. Tommy's wife Linda brought face painting supplies. Razor set up speaker system, kid-appropriate music. Lily watched from window, face glowing. They all came. For me. Marcus. Of course they did. Your family. Outside, Hell's Angels in leather vests setting up birthday party. Men's Society feared creating joy for one little girl. 11 a.m. Party started. Lily's school friends, Emma, Sophia, plus 6 others from class. Their parents. Initially nervous about Hell's Angels, but warmed up quickly when they saw how gentle these tough men were with children. Dr. Foster brought gifts and warm hugs. ADA Rachel Thompson brought books. Entire series of Chronicles of Narnia. Dr. Rebecca Morrison brought photo album of Claire. Pictures Lily had never seen. Lily looked at photos, tears but happy ones. Rebecca, your mom would be so proud of you. Lily, I think she sent Dad to me, to keep me safe. Rebecca, I think you're right. Bouncy house chaos, kids jumping, laughing, screaming with wow. Blee in middle. Purple dress billowing, prosthetic leg not slowing her down one bit. Tank standing guard at entrance. One at a time. Don't want anyone getting hurt. Kids thought Tank was hilarious. This huge, scary biker worrying about bumped heads. Linda set up face painting station. Lily got butterfly on cheek. Purple, of course. Emma got flower. Sophia got rainbow. Jake, president of Denver Hells Angels chapter. Desert Storm veteran, feared by criminals across Colorado, sat patiently while 7-year-old painted his face like cat. You look pretty. Mr. Jake, Emma giggled. Jake, thank you, young lady. This is my best look. Marcus took photo, would frame it later. Everyone gathered around massive purple cake. 3 tiers, fondant flowers. Happy 7th birthday, Yili in silver letters. Candles lit. Everyone sang happy birthday. Hell's Angels' deep voices booming over parents' lighter tones. Completely off-key, perfectly joyful. Lily laughed so hard she hiccuped. Make wish, Marcus said. Lily closed eyes tight, whispered something only she could hear. Blew out all 7 candles in one breath. Cheers erupted. Mountain of presents from Jake. Custom leather jacket, kid-sized with Lily embroidered. Hell's Angels honorary member patch. From Tank. Art supplies. Professional quality because Lily loved drawing. From Diesel. Bicycle with training wheels. Adapted for prosthetic leg. From Marcus. Telescope. Lily loves stars. Wanted to be astronaut. From Emma and Sophia. Friendship bracelets, all 3 matching. From Dr. Foster. Purple journal with lock and key. For your thoughts. From A.D. A. Thompson. Complete Harry Potter series. From Dr. Morrison. Framed photo of Claire. Smiling. Healthy. Happy. Lily held Claire's photo for a long moment. She's watching, isn't she, Dad? Marcus. Yeah, kid, I think she is. And I think she's really proud. Cake was cut, ice cream served, games played, Musical chairs, pintail on donkey, three-legged race that Lily won with Emma as partner. Hell's Angels cheering loudest of all. Diesel won hot dog eating contest. Ate 7 in 5 minutes. Kids were amazed. How did you do that, Mr. Diesel? Diesel, practice little man, lots of practice. Afternoon wore on. Sun moved across sky. Laughter filled air. Joy everywhere. This was what childhood should be. What Lily deserved. What she had been denied for so long. But not anymore. Not ever again. Guests started leaving around 6 p.m. Thank yous and hugs. Promises to do it again next year. Parents shaking Marcus's hand, thanking him for inviting their kids. One father, military background, pulled Marcus aside. I want you to know what you did, taking her in, fighting for her. That takes real courage. Marcus, I just did what anyone should have done. Father, but most people don't. That's what makes it special. Last guest left, Marcus and Lily sat on porch swing, watching sun set over Rockies. Buddy the German Shepherd at their feet. Purple balloons still floating in yard. Lily. Dad? Marcus. Yeah? Lily. This was best birthday ever. Marcus. Just wait until next year. Lily. Can we do it again? Same people? Same cake? Marcus. Every year, kiddo, for as long as you want. Lily leaned against him. Always then, every single year. Long, comfortable silence. Fireflies beginning to appear. First stars coming out. Lily. I had dream about Mom last night. Marcus. Yeah? Lily. She was smiling. She said thank you. Marcus's throat tightened. For what? Lily. For finding you. For not giving up. She said she knew you'd keep me safe. Marcus pulled her closer. She was right. Lily. Do you think she's happy where she is? Marcus. I think she's at peace because she knows you're safe. You're loved. You're going to be okay. Lily. Because of you, Marcus. Because you didn't give up. Because you kept fighting. Because you found your way to me. They watched stars come out one by one, sky turning from blue to purple to black. Lily. Dad, remember that night at diner? When everyone said no? Marcus. I remember. Lily. Why did you say yes? Marcus thought about it. Really thought. Because someone needed help. And I could give it. That's all reason anyone should ever need. Lily. The lady at school. Mrs. Anderson. She said they're saying, be person you needed when you were younger. Is that what you did? Marcus's eyes burned. Yeah, kid, I guess it is. Lily. Then I want to do that too. When I grow up, I want to help kids who need help. Marcus, you will? You're already bravest person I know. Lily smiled, snuggled closer. Night fell completely now. Stars brilliant overhead, cool breeze through pines. Perfect moment, perfect peace, Marcus. Time for bed, kiddo. Lily, 5 more minutes. Marcus, 5 more minutes. They sat in comfortable silence. Father and daughter, not by blood, but by choice, by single words spoken in crowded diner, by promise kept. Marcus looked at his daughter, no longer hollow-eyed, starving, terrified, healthy, laughing, thriving, whole. He thought about that night in diner, tap, scrape, little girl begging for place to sit. Everyone else had said no. He had said yes. One word, one choice, changed everything. In Iraq, Marcus had fought for his country, for freedom, for principles larger than himself. But this little girl in his arms, this was what he had really been fighting for. Chance for children to grow up safe, to have birthdays, to have families, to have futures. He had failed to save children in Ramadi, ones caught in crossfire, ones who tit before help could arrive. But he had saved this one. And maybe that was enough. Maybe that was everything. Lily, Marcus, yeah? She closed her eyes, drifting towards sleep. Marcus held her, watching stars, thinking about long road that had brought them here. War and loss, pain and darkness, mistakes and regrets, but also courage, hope, redemption, second chances. Lily, I love you. Marcus, voice rough, I love you too, kiddo. Lily, you'll never leave me, right? Marcus, never. That's a promise I'll keep until my last breath. She smiled, snuggled closer against his chest. They sat together watching stars emerge one by one, sky turning from blue to purple to black. Cool breeze through pines, Fireflies beginning to dance. Perfect moment of peace. Marcus thought about that night 6 months ago. Cold Saturday in January. Crowded diner. Sound of crutches on tile. Tap, scrape, tap, scrape. Everyone else had said no. He had said yes. One word, one choice. One moment that changed two lives forever. Not redemption for past failures. Not compensation for children he could not save in Ramadi. Just one man and one girl finding each other when both needed it most. Family is not who you're born to. It's who shows up when everyone else walks away. It's who says yes when the world says no. It's who holds your hand in the dark and promises the dawn will come. And it always does, every single time. Marcus looked down. Lily had fallen asleep in his arms, peaceful, safe, home. He carried her inside, tucked her into bed, kissed her forehead goodnight. Tomorrow would bring new adventures, school, friends, growing up. But tonight they had this perfect moment, this family they had built from broken pieces. And that was everything, the end.